And we're live. I thought it's only been 2 days. Feels like a long time. But I suppose because I didn't do Saturday night either. You do this a couple nights in a row and it feels regular, and then you don't. And it feels like I haven't been doing it for a while. But here I am. Hey, Abigail, how are you this fine evening? Deep breath. All right, so yeah, I'm in a getting shit done mood today. More so than I usually am. I'm doing some advanced planning for video, and even my day job. I sort of got a shit ton of stuff done in my day job as well. But it's all good. Music David, yes, welcome to December. First day of summer. Last month of the year, 2020 almost over. Who knows what happens? Oh gosh, Abigail, the chronic fatigue kicking in. Yes, barely move the arms. Well, sit back and relax, I guess, is all I can say. Yeah. I have to admit I'm lucky enough to not have to deal with chronic fatigue. I think I'm old and right on the verge of having chronic pain. Like my knees are definitely fucked, and my shoulders are too. I should go back to a physio actually, for get some work done on them and limber them up a bit. And I should lose some weight as well, and that will put less stress on my knee joints. Carrying my massive bulk around. Oh well, life is a journey, and I guess that's all I've got to say on it. Nice music over. You're working at home, logged out, went to bed, slept for 2 hours. That's good. Getting some sleep in. Oh God, sleep. That's the other thing I got to do. I got to go see a doctor about my snoring, which is almost definitely sleep apnea. And he'll probably give me one of those awful things, a CPAP machine to sleep with. Yeah, I think Mrs. Angry would prefer that to my snoring. So we'll have to see how that goes, but I definitely should do it. And actually, on the health front, I have reached that age where the government is interested in my poo. And so I sent some to them. I hope they appreciate it. Yeah, they just want the smallest amount, but I also like to think, well, look, if they can do a bowel cancer screening with, a bit the size of a grain of rice in a test tube, maybe they could have some massive medical breakthrough if I sent them a whole jar of poo. I'm just trying to be helpful. When I send them jars of poo, I'm just trying to be helpful. Yes, Thane, happy Rosa Parks Day. So many things that could be noted on this day. In Australia, it's the first day of summer. It's World AIDS Day, Rosa Parks Day. Music over. Well, see, they implied that I shouldn't have sent it to Scott Morrison directly, but I did. So, the jars, I just, with a note, pass this on to the science guys. You should know them. So hopefully Scotty from marketing will know what to do with the jars of poo I'm sending him. The fucking instructions were hilarious. I think I threw them out. I shouldn't have. Should have kept. Wait, are they just here in recycling? Maybe I put them in recycling. Home test kit instructions. Because they talk about poos and wees, which I find hilarious. They just want to... like, this is the instructions, okay? So you got these little sort of test tube things. Oh, Abigail, sorry, did you miss what I said? I'm old enough that the government's interested in my poo. Bowel cancer screening. Just joking that if a tiny, like the size of a grain of rice that I put in the sample test thingy, if they can do good with that, imagine how much good they could do if I sent them whole jars of poo. So I want to send ScoMo jars of my poo and see if he knows what to do with them. Thane Pullen, I should enable super chats. This fucking YouTube has just given me a problem with my AdSense account, and I tried to sort it out the other day, and I got most of the way to solving it, and then it was just like this big get fucked, and I gave up. I probably shouldn't have, but I gave up, and I'll try again. And yes, that would make ads spawn on my videos, which I'm not that keen on. And I don't need it. Like, I appreciate, Thane. I assume you're suggesting that you might donate something, and I appreciate that. I have a day job. So as much as I appreciate the idea of being supported by people, I have a day job that pays quite well. So I'm happy to not have ads on my YouTube channel. Although the super chat thing is tempting, I will admit. Yes, plus then there's the whole fucking censorship thing, get demonetized all over the place. So it's just I like voluntarily demonetized my YouTube account when they started with all the censorship shit. It's more trouble than it was worth. And so I think they promote partner channels more. That's okay. And look, if anyone wants to show some support to me, you go over and find my fledgling cocktail channel, Angry Cocktails, and subscribe to that and share it with your friends. Only if you're interested in it, actually. A subscription from someone who doesn't actually intend to watch the channel is not actually worth much. But hey, if that's your sort of thing, I have fun and good cocktail recipes, and it's a fun thing to do. So nice, Abigail. Pimping out online for tricks, yes. Subscribe to my OnlyFans. Because a couple people I know actually have OnlyFans, and I'm like, really? Okay. On one level, well, I wouldn't mind supporting you. Two, it's not like I haven't. I wonder what they look like nude. And but three, I just feel weird, honestly. Okay. Speaking of people with OnlyFans accounts, it's AZ.
It's so AZ. How you going?
Good, bruh. How you doing?
I'm going all right. I
Good.
didn't get a phone call that I wanted today.
Oh, bummer.
And that's disappointing.
Always.
And I've got to keep on trying to get hold of this individual. But it'll be fine. It'll work out great in the end.
All right. Well, that's good.
But this saga's lasted 2.5 months now.
Ugh, drag.
And it's getting a little old.
A little old. I understand that.
Your sound is coming across fluttery, but if you keep on talking, I'm sure it will resolve itself. Every time someone comes on new to me, the flutter happens, but it resolves.
The problem's at your end, yeah. So
and then it's gone. It's gone. It's like the magic of phalli.
Understood. Oh dear. So, what have you been up to aside from trying to resolve something with someone?
The magic of phalli.
The magic of phalli. You've been exploring the magic of phalli. That's excellent.
I've I've been thinking about trying not to swear so much so we could possibly even monetize this again.
It's not something I'm ever. I can't foresee that ever being something I do. But given that it's Rosa Parks Day, if you could avoid saying the obvious tonight in an ironic, humorous way, I'd greatly appreciate it. So don't say nigger, okay? That's just what I'm saying.
I was going to go hard on women.
Yeah, or either. Just, yeah, I'd just make my life easier if you didn't. So
it's Rosa Parks Day today. Today's the day when
it's
she
the anniversary of when, she did the protest of refusing to move her seat when they said, white people want to sit here.
And she said, fuck you, I'm a person. I paid my fucking 25 cents. I'm sitting wherever the fuck I want.
It's probably a lot less than 25 cents, but yes. But it was planned. She was part of the civil rights movement. And this is a little bit of trivia I put in the description of this. What a lot of people don't know is 9 months before Rosa Parks defied the segregation laws in Montgomery, Alabama, a 15-year-old called Claudette Colvin did exactly the same. Sorry, Claudette Colvin did exactly the same thing. She was just on the bus. She'd been in the town, and someone said, "Let the white person sit there." And it's funny, when she was interviewed, she said, "If it had been an old person, I would have moved, but it was like a teenage white girl." And I'm like, "Nah, not happening," because she was in the church group as well that was talking about it. And she's going, "I actually know that constitutionally you can't do this, and I'm not moving." And the bus driver radioed ahead for some cops. And when the cops came, he stopped the bus and they dragged her off and threw her in an adult prison overnight. And hurrah. But the movement didn't think she was a good figurehead. She was a teenager. And Rosa Parks was a nice church lady with, like impeccable credentials. And young Claudette did actually get pregnant. So they thought, more than half the conversation would be about the fact you're pregnant. And in her interview, she actually said they were right. They were actually right. More than half the conversation would have been about the fact I got pregnant.
Yeah.
And that wouldn't have helped. So the stage
they
manager...
were right to do it as it was. And it was. I knew that the Rosa Parks gesture was planned. I knew that it was a setup.
Yeah, it was part of the movement, yeah.
And it when it happened, there was a shitload of media around to suddenly find out about it. And so it was a stunt. We would call it today a stunt. But it was sensational.
Planned. It was real.
And yeah. No, it was real.
Yeah.
But I'm just talking about in the sense of
it was planned.
It was planned.
Absolutely planned.
We call things, even if they are real, base jumpers really jump off buildings. But it's called a stunt because it's a planned a media event. That's just nomenclature. But she did a great job. And she spoke, I don't know if you've ever heard her speak, but she speaks wonderfully and gently. And it was just, the best. They got a great ambassador. Interestingly enough, when you said earlier that I shouldn't say nigger a lot,
or ever, but
or ever. Yeah. I have a real problem with the phrase the N-word.
Yeah, no, we've both discussed that and we actually agree, because the people who say the N-word are thinking it the whole time.
They mean it.
It's cover for horrible racist people. It absolutely is.
It's rolling a turd in glitter.
Yeah.
Saying, look, I can sweetly put this across the morning news and no one, it's all right. It's not all right.
No, it's not.
It's not okay.
Yeah.
It's a horrible racist slur.
Yes.
And it's fucking it demeans not only the person with dark skin, but it demeans the person with white skin as well.
Yeah.
It brings you into a place of hate and stupidity. And it's fucked.
Sorry, the reason I've got the gigs, I just remembered another similar thing. Just remember someone saying once about, I forget what you were talking about, but you were talking about yourself basically, and being a dirty fag. And someone said, I wish you wouldn't say, you should stop saying that. I said, I don't think he's ever going to stop saying that. But if you're really upset, and you ask nicely, he might suck your dick as an apology. But it's just.
I probably would. I probably would. I'd say, come round for a blowy.
Yeah.
You know, I'll make you a sandwich after.
Yeah.
You know, 3 triple brandies will get the taste out of our mouths. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
You heard that joke, haven't you?
Oh, I can imagine. What? No, what specifically is that?
Bloke comes in and says, I'll have 3 triple brandies, thanks, buddy. And the bartender says, oh, are we celebrating? He says, yep, got my first blowjob today. He says, oh, I'll buy you another one. He says, oh, don't worry. If the first 3 doesn't get rid of the taste, nothing will. That's like the silly joke that relies on the false idea. You know, the idea that different parts of your tongue, you know, that tastes sweet and and that's not real. Your whole tongue tastes everything. That was an idea that someone put about that people believed for a long time. But coinciding with that, it's like a biology professor at university saying that semen actually has a high sugar content. And one student, without thinking it through, blurts out, then why does it taste salty? And the professor says, because the sweet taste buds are on the tip of your tongue. And the sweet ones are on the tip of your tongue and the salty ones are at the back of your tongue. I fucked it up. If I'd said that with the right rhythm, it would have been. It would have been fine, but it's still fine. It's still fine. I loved it. I thought it was brilliant because I was about to launch into 2 great tips.
2 great tips. Come on. Right?
Remember that your tongue rolls everything back down your throat.
Yeah.
So quick roll, boom, down the back of your throat it goes. And be clever about this. A lot of people say, oh, I don't like giving the head because I gag.
Yeah.
Because I gag. And no one wants to be going gwaggle, gwaggle, gwaggle.
Yeah.
No one wants to be doing that. So the trick is to the left or the right of your uvula. Probably
right.
Right?
Right.
Like aim for a bit of the side of the back of your throat. Not straight down the guts. Because that's where your vagus nerve. It's not a vagus nerve. It's some other nerve is.
I thought it was. Anyway.
And that's what gives you the reverse peristalsis that ruins a night of heady fun.
What do you think? 2 points. First, Abigail misheard you the same way I did. Thought you said 2 great tits. Second, there was a media story. I think it was just in the last year or so.
This guy talking about Abigail then, though.
Yeah, this guy ended up in emergency ward from some really bad throat damage because he was really determined to deep throat when his date turned out to have a really big dick, and he did some quite bad damage to his throat. And he actually talked to the media, and he's in the bed, he's sort of bandaged up, and he's sort of smiling and giving a thumbs up. And he basically goes, worth it.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
I just thought that was great. That was fantastic.
I was talking to a beggar in my area. We get on quite well. And he asked me early on if I wanted to root him. And I said, I'd have to get boss of the house involved. And I asked boss of the house to check him out. And boss of the house went, no. And I went, yeah, it's not going to happen then. He he showed me the butterfly tattooed on the head of his penis,
Right.
which I thought was special.
Yep, that would
And I
fucking
said,
hurt.
how many
But
people
anyway.
did you have holding you down? He said, no, it's just me. I went, arc. All right,
Oof.
that's because it was coloured in. Wasn't
Yeah,
just the
no,
top.
that's fucking dedication to a
That's
bit, because
dedication, right?
that would
And I'm
fucking hurt.
going, and it wasn't just a tiny little. No. It was,
No, that's
you
where all the
know.
fucking nerve endings are. Jesus.
And I was just going, fucking hell, mate. And then he said, "Oh, I got a date on one of the date things," and this guy said, "Oh, yeah, no, I don't mind an older bloke. Um, can you take 10.5 inches?" And he said, "I don't know, but I'd like to try."
Yeah. Um, I have the spirit of adventure.
Give it a fucking go.
uh, I'm
Let's
not
see
going to
what
step away from
happens.
a challenge. That's all right. Bloody hell.
No, but you discovered a country by thinking the earth was square, mate.
Exactly. I actually, Abigail does point out, and yeah, I've seen this as a whole porn thing. There are some people that having someone gag on their dick is a really big thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's been
I
a
find it
movement
very unattractive myself, but
in
it's a very
American
big porn
porn
thing.
over the
Yeah,
last 20 years
yeah, got a
that's
bit more
been
violent.
very violent and very, very disparaging toward women. It's been much more misogynist,
Yeah,
and there is now beginning to be a movement where it's starting to swing back to we're both having fun. There's starting to be more of that. And that's coming from a lot of the amateur stuff,
mm,
where a lot of the amateur porn people are
yeah,
enjoying themselves, and they're
yeah,
getting a lot more views. And so
yeah,
the professional porn is starting to go that way. But
yeah.
there's been some really very disturbing trends in professional porn lately, which I don't like.
No,
Um,
I just also want to
and
say hello to Kirsten.
hi, Kirsten, here you
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Uh,
Actually, some of it backed away. I think there was what was it? It was over 10 years ago when things like Two Girls One Cup came out. There was a lot of stuff that involved puking and other bodily functions that, after its initial shock impact, seems to have gone away. Which, good. Um,
well, I know that that's what we think, but I also know that that was just basically the introduction to fetishes that have been around for quite a while and will stay with us for quite a while.
Oh, nothing goes away completely. I'm just saying that it was a bit of a thing about 10, 12 years ago, and you don't notice it now. I'm sure people who are actually into it are still out there and still doing it, but it kind of gained quite a bit of prominence and stuff like. Do you remember the Pain Olympics and similar
Yes.
thing, with people mutilating themselves? Uh, and that went away too. Again, there's always people who are into pain, and I mean that was some very extreme permanent mutilation shit that some of that was. But
Which
that
you got to
again,
wonder about. You got to
yeah,
wonder about. Um, I was once late high school at a very exclusive party with people I wouldn't have imagined were there. Because I had by that time been accepted into circles of people that knew that I had eclectic tastes.
yeah,
And I've told you the story about how that happened.
yes,
And the short version, ladies and gentlemen, is that I was put into a room at a party naked. with the cupboard across the door, that room. And 3 women came in naked. And what they expected was the poofter to scream and yell and run out of the room naked through the party so everyone could laugh.
And that didn't work out. All right,
and it didn't work out that way. And the 3 ladies went out naked, going, that backfired, sort of.
Didn't have a bad time, but it wasn't what we expected.
It wasn't what we expected. And then they started saying, you should really try some of that, to their friends. And my traditional friends were going, you haven't jumped the fence on us, have you? I went, no. Well, you can prove it right now. Okay, you know. And then I got invited to a circle of people who were into way more extreme things than I can imagine.
Yeah.
And that was good. But there was one night in particular where they said, oh, we're having wild night tonight.
Yeah.
You better come prepared. Have you got a plastic raincoat?
Oh, no.
No. Oh, well, we'll get you a couple.
Yes. What do they say in those water parks? The first 3 rows will get wet. The splash zone.
So I've gone in and they've gone, oh, you're fine here. This is the orgy room.
Yeah.
Bring your own. And I've gone, great. And then someone said, woohoo, the double adapter's here. So I was like Happy Pierre for like a couple of hours. And then I decided I'd better go somewhere else before I die of exhaustion. And I was wandering around, and then I got given a raincoat, and that was some water sports that I'd never seen before. And I just thought, I cannot believe this is going on. I'm leaving here. And then I went into the scat room.
Oof.
I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it.
No.
And then I went into the blood play room.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Oh.
And they had someone there with a bloody clipboard and a stopwatch, right? And these 2 had cut themselves and were going for it. And he's going, and stop. And they got their wounds bound up.
Yeah.
Because
didn't want to pass out from blood loss or something.
Well, they didn't want to die and pass out from blood loss and have to call embarrassing ambulances. And I was just going, this is not my fucking party.
No.
And so I went through the drug room and left and didn't get home. I got on the wrong bus.
Yeah.
It was quite the adventure, though. I talked
does
to this
sound like
guy
an adventure.
with one eye, and he'd done it fishing. He was cutting a fishing line and cutting stuff in the eye. And that's why he had a false eye with an Australian flag on it. And it's this amazing eye. And I was, fucked. And we chatted. And he said, well, this is my stop. Garen's such a long way away. I went, Garen? Are we going to Kaylene? No, this is Garen.
You're on the wrong bus.
It's like the other way. It's like a long way away.
The other far-flung way.
Oh, I've got to get the last bus home. Shit. So I got the last bus back into the interchange, and then I had to walk from Belconnen to Kaylene, and no one will know how far that is. So it's 25 kilometres.
I've had to do that like once, and it sucks balls. It takes a very long time.
But plus, I was fucked, and I got to see the sunrise as I'm just like marching along, going, all right, sunrise, sweet. And my folks knew I was going to be out all night, I've wandered in just fucking rat shit, looking terrible, and I've like snuck in because I didn't want to wake anyone up. And there was my old man reading the newspaper at the table, and I'm going, whoa, hi, I didn't see you there. And he said, so did you score? I went, well, yeah, turns out. And he said, yeah, because you look shit house. And I'm going, all right. Do you want a cuppa? Because I need one. Anyway, yeah, you do. Yeah, I do. So we had a cuppa. And he said, so what was she like? And I went, and then he said, what were they like? And I went, pretty good.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Good, right, that's fine.
Yeah.
We won't let your mother know. And yeah. But I'll tell you what, that
Yeah.
some of the shit I saw there was just no.
Yeah.
I kept on expecting to go into an animal room, and I just wasn't happy.
Oh, not ready for that. No.
Yeah.
No.
So I only went to one wild night, and the rest of the nights were just there was a lot of BDSM, but
Yeah.
you know that's
There's a lot of that stuff.
It's controlled and it's properly done, and they did a really proper job of their BDSM. I had a young lady who was a friend with benefits who was great friend of mine, and she'd ring me up and go, I'm bored and I'm horny. What are you doing? I'm just saying, and I'll say I'm coming around to yours, and then we were friends first, which was great, and that was the thing that I had to get in my head, and it was good to be in that experience because I had to learn about friendship between men and women, not just the sex between men and women.
Yeah.
And because I was comfortable enough around her to be having the sex with her, I could be comfortable enough around her to be her friend and learn about women and friendship.
Yeah.
And anyway, one time she was upset and she said, I don't know who to talk to. I'm freaking out. I'm upset. And I'm going, fuck. You know, because I'd had people die on me, like kill themselves on me. I was freaking out. I'm coming around. Don't do anything stupid. Fucking go into the kitchen, make a cup of tea, and sit down. I will be there in seconds. And I got into my little Volkswagen and fucking hepped out of there. There's 40 zones around. I was doing fucking 80 by the time I hit the last 40 zone.
Yeah.
And it was a 3-minute drive away, and I was there in 2 minutes. And proper movie screech into the driveway. I've bolted around the back where I know the key is. Doors open, so I've bolted in there, and she's there fine and safe. And I'm going, I thought you hurt yourself, baby. Are you okay? Are you okay? Big hugs. And she says, I'm not okay. I'm not okay. Something's gone wrong. Oh, darling, tell me what's going on. Tell me. You can tell me. You can tell me anything. I can. I've got to show you. So then we went to her parents' room, which we desecrated a lot, actually.
Right.
Because she liked that.
Right.
And then we went into their cupboard. Okay. So shitty dress and bad ties. And then she said, and then I found this, and there's a little hole in the back of the cupboard. And you pull the hole, and the next cupboard opens. Yeah. And there's all the BDSM gear.
Ah, and that's nowhere near as bad as it was going to be.
I found that out yesterday, and I don't know what to think or do. I don't know my parents anymore, and I got to the point where I stopped judging people, because I fucking come on, and I went, well, hun. What are we? 17, and we didn't know until now. I just turned 17, and we didn't know until now. So it's not like they make a big deal out of it. It's their thing. But she said, "What do they get out of it? I don't understand. What do they get out of it?" And I said, "Well, from what I understand,
Yeah.
It is an endorphin rush
Yeah.
with the pain, which is not terribly bad, but it's a
Yeah.
stinging pain.
Yeah.
And then they go at it like black rabbits, and it's apparently wild.
Different strokes for different folks, as the saying goes. And the idea that a 17-year-old understands their parents at all is ridiculous.
Is
And
remote.
what 17, even vanilla sex, what 17-year-old wants to think about their parents having vanilla sex, for fuck's sake? There's certain things you just want to, they're reality and you can't avoid them, but you're better off if you block them out and just go, yeah, I know that's a thing, and I'm not letting it take up mental real estate.
I walked in on my parents 3 times.
Ha!
Well, they walked in on me 3 times. So
okay,
fuck 'em.
Turnabout, fair play.
Turnabout is fair play.
Yeah.
And I'd go in on the first of the month and go, pinch and punch for the first of the month. You can't get me back in. Well, I would fucking lose it. Anyway, get the fuck out of here.
Oh my God. Oh dear.
Shut the door.
Right. Also, just quickly, say hello to Shieldsy and Stella and Safa.
Hello, Shieldsy, Stella, and Safa.
Shieldsy says
this story about BDSM.
All right.
What does Shieldsy say?
It's another warm night in Queensland. Big Bad Ad says it's actually humid as fuck. So we've been spoiled. It's been such mild weather in Melbourne, while the rest of the country's been 40 Celsius.
Mild with it. So anyway, she came to terms with it, and then she got curious.
Yeah. Right. That's actually a normal reaction. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And then she found that she was into the humiliation part.
That's a big thing for a lot of people. Yeah.
Okay. But I'm not into delivering or receiving any kind of pain during any kind of sex. That's not me.
Yeah.
And she said, no, I know it's not you. And I wouldn't ask you to. But what I want you to do is I want you to handcuff me to this St. Andrew's cross.
Right.
And leave me here for an indeterminate length of time. And I'm going, oh, fuck. Oh, God. All right. So I would do that. And we started to do this kind of regularly. And then one day she said, I want you to come before school. I want you to tie me up. I want you to leave me there until after school and then come and untie me. And I want you to open the curtains of the window, because the window was around the side of the house.
Yeah.
But with a good look from the footpath, you could see.
Yeah. Not casually, but it's possible. Yeah. I get what she's doing there.
Your folks are going to come home between when I get off school and I can get round to yours.
Yeah.
They're going to come home this is going to be a very small area of opportunity to get you out of here. And she said, yeah, I know. All I want from you is for you to place a bucket under me.
Oh, okay.
Christ. So I put a blindfold on her and I chained her up. And I opened the curtains and I said, well, fuck you, we're going to give you the whole fucking run. And I opened the window so the weather could get in. They had a screen on it, but the weather could get in. And that freaked her out, which is great. That's what she wanted.
Just wanted to be freaked out.
I left and went to school. And I walked out of there cool and calm. Said, well, this is what you fucking want. This is what you fucking get. I'll be coming to claim mine later. So I go to school, freaking out.
If something goes wrong, yeah.
Out. I'm thinking, if something happens to her, what if there's a fucking fault in the electricity in the house? What if the fucking iron's on? Oh Christ! What if there's some emergency? What if someone breaks in? Oh my God! I'm losing it, and I'm thinking of many different excuses to just piss off from school and just go. I'm going, no, we agreed till after school, and I'm like, I'm sweating bullets, and my mates are going, Aidsy, what's wrong, mate? You're not well. You're not happy. And I'm going, I have received some bad news last night from my old man who was being a prick, and they went, oh well, yeah.
So it's put you off. It's put you off your game.
Right, so we're used to that. And then the bell goes, and there's the afternoon prayer when the bell goes. No afternoon prayer for Aidsy.
Aidsy ran away.
I am fucking out of there before they finish the sign of the cross. I am fucking bolting. You're not allowed to run in the hallways. I am fucking bolting down the hall, down the stairs, into the fucking student car park. Fucking 3-point turn in a Volkswagen turns into a screeching fucking slide, which was noticed and heralded by the lads of my school, and I got 4 Fridays from the teachers, and then I was fucking out of there screeching all the way, right, and again hitting 80 by the time I was getting out of the school zone, and got to her place. Her folks had not come home. We were safely in there, and I sort of trod in there, and I deliberately messed up the rhythm of my feet.
Also, she wasn't sure who it was.
So she wasn't sure who it was, and then she's who's that? Who's that there? Who's that there? And so then I gave it to her, and about halfway through, she said, "Aids, you can take them blindfold off now." That's you. Yeah. Oh, well,
that's all funny.
Tried. And so I said to her, "Is that what you wanted?" She said, "Oh, it was perfect. It was perfect." My heart was racing all day. I couldn't. I don't think I can do it again, but I was thinking, yes,
got it out of his system.
But it was the experience.
And most deaf.
Then she had a mate who was involved in a BDSM experience, and she was sub and he was dom.
Yeah.
And he had the whip out, and he lost it. And it really flogged her with his belt, and took chunks out. And I don't know what happened there. Anyway, she safety worded about fucking 8 times apparently before he fucking responded.
There are some.
He was all full of sorry, people. But it was, it was stitches time. And it's not okay. So my friend said, "Yeah, I don't know how far I want to get into this." I mean, that was something that went wrong. I think that put her off. Like, something can go wrong.
Of course it can.
And her trick was to put everything in the dishwasher and put it away. And when we were desecrating her parents' bedroom, she'd take her mum's tools out of the night drawer, stick them in the dishwasher, and put them away. And then we found out years later. I haven't spoken to her about 10 years, but about 10 years I saw her and went, my God, my sweetheart, big hugs. And she talked about it with her mum, and her mum said her mum found her dildo in her room, and she said, "I hope you put that in the dishwasher." because that's the best way to clean things. And she's going, really? Tell me more. Oh, yeah, your father and I used to put everything in the dishwasher. And, and she's like, bit back going, but she's about to say, Auntie and me used to put everything in the dishwasher.
Oh dear.
And yeah, word on the street has it that that's your go. Take your toys in the dishwasher, and you're good to go.
It's very much depends on the toys. Some will not react very well to a dishwasher
True
at all,
story.
whereas
True story.
some will. So you need to consult professionals online often. God, speaking online, Abigail says this needs to be posted on Reddit/slutty confessions. So apparently there's a subreddit called Slutty Confessions. Oh, and hi, nobody.
Hey, nobody.
He came in halfway through. He says he's going to have to watch the replay to get the full story because he's been mowing this afternoon and beat the shit out of your punching bag. Okay, that sounds like a day's therapy right there.
Fucking man. That is the only way to do it. My brother, Ross. Oh, I shouldn't have said his name. Fuck. The youngest. Was given a punching bag by his parents. And you know that scene out of the Avengers where he punches it so hard it comes off its racking? Well, he did. And they were surprised at that. He was a very angry young lad. He's calmed right down now.
Yeah.
Right. So TLDR, I had a friend with benefits. She found her parents' BDSM stuff and she got into it. And I helped her.
Yeah. So, and that's a good thing. Sorry. Oh, yeah, and Grasshopper's in the chat, but I can never see. There's some weird mystery of YouTube that I can never see his comments on YouTube, which is absolutely surreal. And he can't see mine either, and we haven't been able to work out why. Because the fact he can be there and comment and everyone else can see it means I haven't blocked him accidentally or anything silly like that. But I cannot see him, and he cannot see when I comment. That's all very mysterious. Anyway, Stella's words of wisdom: use an antibacterial toy cleaner. That's a good one. The big mistake some people make, and in fact, I think most people who are well versed in such things say don't get the gel sex toys. They are not recommended for a number of reasons. And if you have like a silicon-based sex toy, don't use silicon-based lube because it'll melt. But I have seen someone did them as a joke. They put all these gel sex toys into like a glass jar, and sure enough, they dissolved into each other and became this big gelatinous blob. So the gel ones aren't there for longevity. So
the funniest thing I've seen in a long time was on the YouTubes. And this guy was saying, here we have, and he was European, I think he was German. Here we have a perfectly functional 8.5-inch dildo, which is 27 centimeters in metric. And, went on about that. But of course, the trouble with these things is they're always cold when they start. So we should put this in the microwave oven merely to warm it up. So he's put this thing in. You'll notice it stands quite happily on the flat-based testicles. And we will watch its progress now as it goes into the microwave oven. It's going round and round and round. And round and round and round, and he's chatting. And just because I'm a comic and I know a few things, he was improing the whole fucking time. And he's chatting, and then boom! The thing just explodes in this violent purple mass into the microwave. It was gorgeous. He had a high speed. So you see this thing just like blow up, and he opens the door, and there's this purple gel, coming down off all the sides and the door and just dripping down. And what he'd done was he'd cored a hole in the dildo, and then he'd put a mixture of dry ice and water ice in.
Right. Yeah.
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 And then plugged it up again, and it was a gel dildo that he'd firmed up to make look like a normal plastic one. Then he stuck it in and then nuked it, and of course the water ice melts, starts to boil. The dry ice is ready to go at any time, and then the combined blow up was just fabulous. It was just a genius thing. And because just normal water it would make a hole, just split apart a hole.
Sure.
But the dry ice and the water ice just made a fabulous explosion. He knew what he was doing. And then he did this whole thing about, I don't know if my girlfriend is going to be satisfied with this. I'll try and reshape it. And he literally was grabbing gel and sort of trying to make it look like a cock.
Oh no!
Process because it's cooled down a bit.
My god!
Mound.
Oh my god!
Like a banana that had fallen in on itself, like a slinky spring that it's fallen over, and it was just fucking hilarious. He just did a great job. I thought it was piss funny, but that was just.
Oh my god, that sounds wild. Yeah, I love the sound of that.
I just wish I thought of it.
I love Abigail's question. Wonder how many microwaves he went through to get the mixture. Like how many microwaves he destroyed with experiments.
Well, I saw him do a couple of other things with microwaves. He was a mixture of chemistry, physics, and computer science. So he's a bit of a polymath.
Yeah.
But with a bit of a wild streak. He liked blowing stuff up.
Yeah.
And he really liked anti-governmental computer safety. And he said often in his posts, as a German, I know that governments can be worse than corporates. You have to be ready to not let your government see anything you do at any time. Doesn't matter how good they are today, tomorrow they might turn.
Yeah.
Trust me, I know these things.
Yeah.
And he was very into showing you how you could destroy data with a microwave. He said
it is very effective.
Your microwave near your computer, so that if you're going to get sprung, hit the button. And and then he showed us his office, and in his office he kept his CDs and his sticks in a microwave on his desk. So that was his filing cabinet for his electronica. And if anyone came round, he had a red button which he hit, and that would spark the what do they call it? The thing on the wall that turns solar power into normal power.
Photos.
It's not the regenerator. It's not an alternator.
Transformer.
Anyway, it takes your solar power. You put it in this big capacitor battery thing, and then it lets it out at the right voltage and amperage. He had one of those set up, and so even if, because a lot of times if the data police are coming around to fuck you up, they'll turn the power off the house so that you can't erase your files. So if he saw any of that warning lights go off, he'd hit this red button. This power source would immediately go off. The microwave's going, the computer's erasing everything, and there's electromagnetics in the doors
Yeah.
that are flowing. So every time the cop takes something out
They're
through
bulk
the door,
erasers. I was
they're
about to say
erased.
that was in Neil Stephenson's Cryptonomicon, the
That's
hacker
probably where he got the
central
idea.
thing. As a last defense, the door frame is a bulk eraser. It's an active magnetic coil. You take hard drives through it. Doesn't necessarily erase them, though it might, but it scramble the fuck out of the data and make it
It'll
useless.
make it real hard to unfuck. Yeah.
Do you remember the name of this channel you're talking about? Abigail's asking for a link.
I don't. He wore a really cool haircut, and I wanted to have the sex with him really badly.
Okay.
He had one of those, half and half haircuts where, one side's short and the other one's got a bit of a fringe. And he was just a bit gorgeous, had a bubble butt.
There you go.
And really smart. But I think he was straight, so that upset me.
Bummer. So nobody's saying he thinks you were talking about the inverter with the photocell, but
that was the thing that I was trying to think of, and I thank you, peeps. I went to the brain doctors. Did I tell you?
What happened with the brain doctor?
I'm not getting any better. I'm getting worse.
Bummer.
Yeah. I called a lion a dog, apparently.
Well, that's fair.
Horse a dog as well.
They're all a dog from a certain perspective.
Apparently, I called felt silk. And my arithmetic's not that good. But I thought that was a bit unfair because my arithmetic's always been shit. Like, asked me to count backwards from 100 by sevens.
Oh, shit.
I mean...
That would take me a long time.
I fucked it in the first go and then was apparently doing random 5s, 4s, and 3s. But it was always 5, 4, and 3. And they couldn't work that out.
That's okay.
And I wasn't going to try.
No,
the thing that really bothered them is they did the nerve conduction test.
Yeah.
No, they didn't do the nerve conduction test. So what they do is they put electrodes on you. Yeah.
Right.
And they zap you, and your muscles go join. So what they did was they got a pin and scrapey things. You know how they scrape you on your foot and your toes go. That didn't happen. And then they pinned me in lots of different places, and they said, "Does this hurt? No. Does this hurt? No. Does this hurt? No." And finally, they got the pin around my face, and I said, "Does this hurt?" And I went, "Well, yeah." And they did another one near my knee and said, "Does this hurt?" And I went, "No. I think you're touching me with your finger." And I went, "Oh, shit, we better get a Band-Aid for that." And I went, "Oh, I'm not doing well. I'm not doing well here." And, so they said, "We're not going to do the nerve conduction test because we can kind of see that's going to be a bit of a no-show."
Ooh.
That's not going to tell us anything we don't already know. And they said, "What are the things that you are forgetting?" And I said, "I'm forgetting what day of the week it is. I'm forgetting names. I can't remember anybody's names. People I've known for a long time. And I can't put concepts together to make arguments. And I can't put arguments together to make syntheses, which for a comedy writer is a real fucking problem. But I've been, and I can't write with my hands. It's not working.
The motor stuff.
How good is our life? How grateful can we be? Because I spent today learning how to make macros on my voice-operated iPad, which I'm now talking to you on. And when I'm finished, I'm going to reset the iPad to continue making voice-operated macros so that I can go, because I can tell Siri to set up a opening for a play, and she will take the file from another one that I've set up, put it on a new document, and I'll say another code word, and it'll have narrator in the right typeface with the two dots and properly aligned, and then I'll say character and name, then it'll have lines, then character, name, lines, and that should be all ready for in a couple of weeks. And how fast could you write if you did that? If you just go, if you were just talking and going blah 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 blah, as the ideas came to you, you could just get them down. And if you had a whole heap of dialogue ready to go, you could just get it down. And I feel really blessed to be in today's world where
it's great.
my mankiness doesn't fucking matter anymore.
Yeah.
You know, there's trams and buses and trains to take my ass anywhere I want to go. I don't have to park them. They're cheap. I've just got a thing in the mail from those Negroes at Centrelink that tell me I can have half off travel anywhere I want to go, and I can have free travel on fucking taxis and buses and shit. So I can just get on and flash my card. Hey, Menky. And then just fucking, hey, taxi driver, Menky. Take me to Tilbrook Station. Where's that? Western Australia. Just go.
How often?
Friend in Albany I haven't seen in years. I want to see him.
How often can you do a taxi ride?
Well, I'm not sure, but I'm sure it's not a lot. But the way they worded it, it was forever.
Yeah.
But what I am doing is I'm pushing the NDIS thing.
Yes.
Because apparently I fucking qualify.
Oh, yeah, I would imagine so, yeah.
Fairly hardcore.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I'll be going in and saying, hey, guys, I'm a bit fucked up. Can I have some NDIS? And they give you money for a carer, and they give you money for fucking travel, and they give you money for fucking feeding your fucking fat ass so that you don't become fucking my 600-pound life, or bedbound like boss of the house. Looking at you, boss of the house. Oh yeah, good to see you're eating.
Just Stella saying she's had the electrodes stuck to her eyelids yesterday, but not as bad as your nerve conduction test.
How was your eyelid, Stella?
We'll wait and see. Also, other bit of conversation. Apparently, when you were chatting to Nobody the other night after the stream, that thing getting him to narrate came up again. Yep. So he's expecting to hear from you. So there you go.
Oh, and he will.
Yeah,
he will. I would like to ask a member of your family, because I need a female.
Yeah,
a youngish female to whisper the fateful lines at the beginning of each show.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I could convince said person to do that.
Because I want a female to whisper it, and I think that would be creepy as fuck.
Okay, I'm going to share something if I can find it, and I should be able to find it. Here we go. I did a very long time ago, and I was okay, well, fuck you, Google search, YouTube search, I mean, content. Yes, uploads. Story. Oh God, is it just fucking searching for titles? Ah, fuck you. I'm not going to remember the title of a 12-year-old video, you fuck. Oh, they've fucking changed how search works and it sucks balls.
No,
Search
then
across your channel, but it only fucking okay. Yeah, no, it's absolutely shithouse what they've done. Fuck them.
so we're not playing that game.
I was trying to find a video, and I was very proud of it at the time because I actually shot it on a phone. My last pre-iPhone phone. It was a Nokia phone that at that point had a better camera than the iPhone did. The iPhone didn't have a decent camera until
4 or 5.
three. God damn it. Okay, this is bringing up some very old videos, which is good.
This is good for you. It's 2-minute noodles.
Oh, you eating 2-minute noodles? Good.
Yeah, almost no fat, or almost all fat. I can't remember which.
But you know, one of them, and it's good.
One of them.
Probably a lot of stuff. Oh my god, sorry. Every now and then, I'm trying to find old videos, and so I find some of the hater videos as well, and some of them are just
Some
fucking.
of them really hated us, man. Some of
This
them really
one's
fucking hated
funny.
us.
It was this super fucking weird old dude who was a climate change denier, and he looks like a weirdo, and like he doesn't speak very well. Like he speaks like he's got an acquired brain injury. So I shouldn't be too mean because maybe that is why he speaks the way he speaks. But like you said, he's saying I'm dangerous because I promote climate science. It's like it's one of those people who are such a big wacko. They don't understand how much of a wacko they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I had
very
last
weird.
week on my channel a anti-circumcision hater giving it.
Oh yeah, no, they're
last
wild.
week. We haven't spoken about that for 5 years, maybe more.
Yeah.
Probably more, actually.
Oh fuck me! I fucking found it.
Nice one.
No, I found it was I was being artistic, and I made multi part ghost story, and because there was this creepy abandoned office next to the office where I was working.
Yeah.
So I just decided to make a multi-part sort of ghost story horror film, and it started off in an empty abandoned office, which was creepy as fuck. And that's just the first part. And I think I used the old YouTube function for linking videos, and that doesn't work anymore.
No.
So I kind of found one of them, but not the one that I wanted.
The Neil Cesarita epic doesn't work anymore.
I
found out it was 126 different videos he made for the Picker Path. Right. Man's a genius and a lunatic.
Yeah. Wow, we've made a lot of videos over the years.
We really have, dude.
My God.
And we look great.
We do. Yeah.
Fuck,
Oh God, and I'm just getting reminded of stories. Do you remember the chick boom chick from King's Cross? Uh, where she just totally played up to the camera and just absolutely made up a story about it's one big walker man. He goes, oh mate, you fucking screwed my missus, mate. I'm gonna fuck you up. And he pulled out his gun and it was chick boom. She's making it all up. She wasn't there. And that was a meme for a while. Chick boom.
Chick boom. And everyone was looking around going, you fucked me up as chick boom, dude.
Yeah. And that didn't actually go to air. So Channel 9, what they would do on their website, because the edits for a 30-second news story, they use 5 seconds of a several-minute interview with someone, but they put a lot of the raw stuff up on their website, and this was stuff they didn't use because there was a shooting in King's Cross, and Chick Boom, she was funny. But there was this other dude who didn't quite get all things, and he did actually see it, and he was also out of it. And he's just going like, it's awful. And his girlfriend drags him off like, no, come on, hun, you've seen enough. People really late night in King's Cross shoving a camera in their face is not necessarily the best thing to do.
I'm not okay with this.
One
of the funniest things I heard was they were doing this documentary of Australian troops in Afghanistan, and just one of the cutaway shots was this guy in full beard and that on the mess table, and he said, oh, I don't know, I'll go out and happily fight the Taliban, but you stick a television camera in front of my face, I'll shit myself. Just you're in the SAS, dude. Nothing scares you except for a TV camera. I was like, oh my God. Public speaking scares the shit out of people.
Yeah, some people can't deal with it.
My mission to change that. I've got a fucking bottle in my eye. It's going to annoy people. It's going to be like that photo of Bob Hawke with the microphones in his eye, which was fucking classic. Anyway, my idea for getting the lady to do these lines comes from Yolandi, who used to sing, I think you're freaky, but I like you a lot. And it was very creepy.
That was a particularly special video that went with that one, yeah.
Yeah. And when she did it live, she had the black
contact lenses.
Lenses in. She had completely black eyes.
Yeah. They did, oh my God, they did it on Letterman, and it was one of the trippiest things ever. Deanne Ford on Letterman doing I Think You're Freaky, and she was wearing the black contacts, and she was doing the standing there expressionless saying it while Ninja's dancing around like the mad bastard he is. And you could tell like the Letterman audience is gone, okay, and was not really on the wavelength for this. And even Letterman goes across, and because he loved to go across and talk to whoever after show, and he's going, whoa! When you could just see him going like, fuck me sideways. An enormous chunk of my audience is now really pissed off at me. It's just...
Well, when he went to the break, he went, counseling. I remember that distinctly, and I thought, fair enough, man.
Yeah. I was like, they did, because it was for TV, so they had to do vocal live because it was quite heavily censored. And
it was very tame.
Instead of the bit with dance, motherfucker, dance, it was dance, paparazzi, dance. Like they sat around going, what's got the same number of syllables as motherfucker? I don't know. And then someone came up with paparazzi, and they went, yeah, that's 4 syllables. That'll work.
Dance, paparazzi, dance, paparazzi, dance, dance, paparazzi, dance, paparazzi, dance. Who was it? Was someone on Letterman dropped the F-bomb, realised they dropped the F-bomb, and covered it up. It was the girl who was Don't Holler Back. Who was she? She was No Holler Back Girl.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
And she was in another girl band, but then she went out on her own and she was really good.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
And she did a huge number of songs which were really good. And she, because one of the, that's what it was. In that song, she sings, it's my shit. It's just my shit. And she was supposed to say, it's my bit. It's just my bit. And she said, it's my shit. And then she opened her eyes really wide and goes, just a bit.
Just a bit.
And she's realized that she'd fucked up. And she didn't again, but she just dropped it once and was like, fuck. Sorry. But no one mentioned it. No one said a thing. The show let it go. There was no editorials about it in the morning. Listening to Adele live is hilarious because she swears like a sailor, and it's great. Her first words in her Melbourne concert were, "Hello, Melbourne, fucking hot, isn't it?"
Yes, and it was.
And it was. It was like, yeah, darling, it is. She's the only super rock star that I know that is proud to use a T-shirt cannon.
Nice T-shirt cannons.
And the confetti that came down had messages on it. Thanks for coming to the show. Love you heaps. Take care of one another. Take care of the planet.
Right. Things. So affirmations, nice.
And on the T-shirt cannon, right, was the T-shirt, but in it was a personal letter from her, and $20 to go buy yourself a drink on her. It's just a little thing, but it's gorgeous.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Oh
my God. Sorry, I'm still looking for this thing, and the videos that come up in my search thing, I'm just having these flashbacks, like to how much less I weighed 12 years ago, which is quite terrifying, some 30 kilograms ago.
I had a bit of a weight loss then too, didn't I?
Well, I think both of us have gone up and down.
I had the weight on then.
Well, we've gone up and down over the years, actually.
Yeah. But at that point, when you were slimming down, I'd blown up.
Yeah.
Because I was back on these fucking stupid pills that blew me up.
Yeah, medication and whatnot. No, one that I'd completely forgot about. Remember, we're in Kindred Studios in the Infinity Studio. It was the big white room, and with lights on, it looked very afterlifey. So we just impromptu, very quickly improvised a script and did what the afterlife's really like. And I was the one taking names, and you showed up. And of course, because you keep dying and then going back, towards the end, you faded away. I was like, fuck that guy. Why does he keep doing that?
And I was only dead 5 times at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
I had a couple more to go.
Yeah. Hi, Annette. Oh, and Stella. Yeah, it was Gwen Stefani and Abigail and Stella both picked up.
Yeah. Gwen Stefani. That's who did it. Thank you.
Yeah,
Stella.
And Stella agrees with you. Adele, singing voice of an angel, speaking voice of a drunk chav. So, yeah.
Fabulous. Love her so much. I was listening. I was overhearing a conversation between 2 tradies on a tram. And one of these guys has gone, Jesus, I think I'm in love with her. What am I supposed to do? And he says, well, you go home with your mates and get drunk and listen to Adele songs.
Yeah.
And he says, well, what happens if we break up? And he says, well, you go home with a bunch of your mates and get drunk and listen to Adele songs. And I just thought, yes, that's perfect. That is exactly right. That is exactly what you're supposed to do. Yeah.
That's pretty wild. All right. So I'm finding a whole bunch of things. Wait a sec. I just thought of one other thing that might actually show. Sorry, just brought up. Just brought up some more hater videos. That was weird. That's pretty funny. Sorry, two of the funniest things that like the fucking right-wing psychopaths have ever said in race where they thought they were attacking me. One was Angry Aussie thinks all Trump supporters are obnoxious racist morons. And I went, yes. Yes, I do. And I just saw another one would say, Angry Aussie thinks it's great that Tommy Robinson got put in jail. I went, fucking oath,
Yes.
I do. Yes, I do. What is wrong with you people that you don't get that that is not embarrassing for you to, oh, how could he say that? It was just like, Abigail thinks I should make a compilation video. I've never actually watched them. I just see the video titles and the thumbnails because it's like a waste of my time, really. But yeah, it's.
Well, you could always do the Richard Dawkins thing.
Yeah.
He will not debate Christians who he thinks won't give him more profile than he's got. He won't give them any. He thinks debating them gives them more profile than they've got, and he won't.
Oh, a lot of if I wanted to raise my profile, I'd go all these people. That would raise my profile a lot. I just don't have any interest in validating them. Ha! I fucking found it.
Yay.
All right. How long is this? This is okay. This is only it's really low res because it's from 2008, and then you can all marvel and laugh and go, "That's not you," because it's me 12 years ago. The ravages of time. But I'm going to do a share. Just because this is the voice you want, but from 12 years ago being creepy in a graveyard. So validate your choice. I'm going to share this Chrome tab. Ghost Office Part 2. There. Can you hear that?
No.
No, okay. I did something wrong. Stop that. I will try again.
What I love, though, is the young face of Angry.
Oh, yeah.
That blows my mind.
Yeah. That's from 12 years. God, some of the videos are from 14 years ago. So, yeah. It's
Find a couple with me in too, because now I'm vain and I want to see.
All right. I will. Bobo, you'd be keen to see a shut the fuck up video on Trump and his supporters. I more laugh at Trump and his supporters saying they don't accept that the. I did have an idea, though. I did have an idea for a shouty one at them. And if the idea comes back to me, I'll probably do it because it was just shouting at them, "You're fucking stupid." Like, this is embarrassing. How many times can your prediction of, woo, the Kraken is released. How many times can your prediction of a big revelation come to nothing? And make you look like an absolute fucking moron publicly, and yet you just keep going. But look, okay,
Listen,
so I'm gonna
the
set
world
the
is
scene.
going to end. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So for the last 27 times they've been wrong.
Yeah. Oh, it's a lot more than 27.
Once.
Yeah.
27 biblical predictions of the world ending have been wrong.
Yeah.
27.
There's that old sketch
only
with
got 30 to go.
Yeah. That old sketch with old sketch with Peter Cook and Dudley Moore and Rowan Atkinson about the apocalypse cult on the top of the hill.
Will this wind?
Yeah, you know.
So
it's a very funny, long, drawn out thing of them waiting for the end, and with lots of funny business in it. And it just gets to the end, and it doesn't happen, and they all just sit in silence for a while, and then the cult leader goes, "Oh well, same time next week. We must have a winner one day." It's just like,
and off they go.
Yeah.
But what was beautiful for me was there was a very young Rowan Atkinson trying to impress his heroes.
Yes, he was there with the elder statesmen, Peter Cook and Dudley Moore.
And he did the voice of, "Will this wind be so mighty as to blow down the mountains?" And Peter Cook nearly shit himself laughing.
Yeah.
He thought it was so funny. And you can see Dudley Moore giving it a bit of that as well. They were both nearly undone. He did a great job. He did a wonderful job.
He did. I'm going to have another go at sharing this. To set it up, part one of this, I was in the office where horrible, creepy things were happening. And this starts just as I decide I have to leave the office. So
this has been going on.
Can you hear sound?
Too long. I think I've finally found the exit.
Can you hear sound?
Yes.
I got out, but where am I? I have no idea what's happening.
Look what I found, Daddy.
What are you doing here? What's happening?
I was walking and I wanted to say hi, and then I saw this phone on you.
What? Show me. How do we get out of here? Oh no. Where's she gone? I don't like where this is going. I've got to get out of here. Okay. Mental note. Don't use that exit again.
So that was my shot on the phone ghost story.
I recognise the other character.
Yes.
And that blows my mind.
Yeah. Yeah. So she's 10 at that point when that video was shot.
She ain't 10 anymore, mate.
No. It's an old video. All right. 5 years ago. Okay, I'm going to try and find an old. The easiest way. We started making videos like 10 years ago, 4 years ago. God, every now and then you're quite sick in a video.
Green face.
No, you just don't look well. But there's us talking with Mistress M, watching a movie, Code Grey, of course. Oh God, racist grandpa! What the fuck did we do in? Remember, you just sat because there was an old radiogram at Kindred Studios, and you just sat down.
Yes, and went off.
You just sat down and started channeling an old racist grandpa. But yeah.
And there was
So okay, I'm trying to find.
There's a few music students coming past, listening to me, going off, and looking at me like, and I nearly laughed at them, but I didn't. I was good.
Yeah, this is good. So let me see. Oh, there's one that's a hater video about the two of us. Cool. Okay. I found one in your old house from 9 years ago, and it's only 2 minutes. So, okay, this is the lighting is so fucking bad. I think I had a comparatively poor quality camera in this one, but I'm gonna actually let me try something here. No, that's not going to help me. Okay, forget, because it's gotten back to doing this weird thing where I can't hear the audio, which is why I had to ask if you can hear the audio. Right. So when I play this, just say it's working if there's audio. Okay.
Okay. Even if it's fluttering, I know it's going.
Yeah, because I can't hear it at all. So I've got to share screen. This is Angry and AIDSy from fucking 9 years ago. Playing a game.
No, nothing.
I did the wrong thing. I didn't fuck. No, that's me. Okay. Stop. Try again. It's like, why wouldn't you want to share the fucking audio? Why do you make sharing audio a fucking difficult thing? Okay, taking again. Here we go, trying again.
So, do you want to play AIDSy Special Jenga Challenge? Yeah, you do good. Sure, good. Okay. Here it is. Okay. It's good. You go first. Alright. You're going to try and put it back. Okay. You lost! Ha! 1-0. Yeah. Alright. That must be my turn. Whoops.
So, did you lose?
Yeah, well, hey, guess whose turn it is? Your turn. Okay. Yeah, 2-1. But now, if it's your turn again, doesn't this just go on forever? Nah, best of 5. Yeah, so you go now. Okay. Yeah. Oh, what a shame. Hey, you know what though? What? You're always worried that I'm mean to you. Worried? Cruel. Yeah. Never do anything for you. Yeah. I'm going to give you my turn because I never give you anything, so I'm going to give you my turn. It's very nice. Yeah, because I'm nice. I'm going to give that to you. Okay. Here you go. Oh, that's too bad. You lost again. Yes. We'll play something else. Knifey Spoonie. Got your spoon? Yes. This'll be fun. So,
that's from 9 years ago. So
Knifey Spoonie.
Oh,
I remember finding that spoon in our drawer too, going, "Oh, this would be the better spoon." And my Mrs. AIDSy got the shits when she came home and found the knife on the table because it hadn't been cleaned. Because I just forgot it was there. Strange days. Did you notice how I was hunched over?
Yes.
And I would do that of a night time because my shoulders would start to seize up and I couldn't keep my head up properly. And it would just hurt too much. And at that time, we had, and I broke this several times. At that time, we had made an agreement where I wouldn't take any drugs until after we'd finished shooting. And I was just in so much pain. And then I started to again, and then it got bad again. Then I had to stop doing it, and then I did do it. And we had to stop doing it, and I did do it. And then I got busted, and I am now drug free.
Hurrah!
Quite real. But anyway, yes, I last week have now officially not failed a drug test for 4 years.
Nice.
So I'm going to stick that up with the various different doctors that have got me in trouble lately. And I got in trouble from a doctor yesterday as well. Just pissed me right off at you. But I did get some good injections. And this guy said, "I'm sorry, I know this is going to hurt." And it did. But it was nothing. You know how when you get a knife down the side of your ribs and they do a stitch in your forehead and they go, "I'm sorry, this is going to hurt." And you're going, "Not as much as this other thing." That was what it was. It was like I kicked a loose brick walking down the street and turned my ankle sort of diagonally, and it's been hurting and on fire ever since. And I've been trying to move it around. It fucking kills. And so I'm there in the doctor's, and he's giving me these injections and going, "Man, I'm sorry, I know they hurt." And I'm going, "No, dude. Check out the legs." And I've got edema in my legs. That means they puff up. And unfortunately, what also happens is the skin breaks, and you get all scaly, crocodile-y skin, and it looks gross. You've got to moisturize your legs, and I haven't been because I'm slack. But they're getting better, so that's good. And so yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I have gotten better at pretending I'm not in pain all the time, and I'm not green.
Yeah, you're not green.
Videos you've got in there where I'm fucking green. And there's got to be some videos in there where my teeth are just special.
There's a few of those.
Just like, because they're like from there to there, they were gone. And there was like bits and pieces and black bits and pieces coming on. And it was like, you've either gone through one hell of an Aboriginal initiation session or your teeth are fucked.
Yeah.
I asked for a tooth once after it was extracted, and they said no. And I said, "Why not?" And she's held it up to me, and it's still on the screw thing. And worms of bacterial colonies had come out of holes that they'd broken out of. And she said, "Look at it." And she was disgusted. And I've gone, "Fine, you're just the nurse. You're not the dentist. You don't get to tell me my teeth are disgusting. You're not the reason for the dentist to exist." I still couldn't have the tooth though. And they put it in a biohazard bag in front of me.
It was a biohazard. Yeah. Oh my God. Sorry, I just found the video of Mistress M's cat almost throwing up on you. But
do it.
Yeah. Okay. This is another short one. This one's pretty special. And it's also a very old one. It's like 9 years old.
Yeah.
Okay. So, oh my God, what a pretty little boy! You look like a pretty little boy in this one. So, and it's better lit than the last one. So, okay, share screen, share audio. I have no idea why I don't get to hear it, but I think everyone else will. Okay, sorry. Share. Let's see if I can do this. We'll go that, and then I'll make it full screen. And
No.
That makes a good outtake.
The monkeys together. Flash.
Oh, that ain't good.
Shouldn't it go outside, or is it good?
I don't know. Sorry, I'm not laughing at my cat.
I am.
Well, that's going to be good. It's going to be on your action.
Just got away. And yes, I had to show it multiple times in slow motion. I had to.
Oh, we actually got that on camera. Gross.
And that is a three-legged cat, by the way.
Did we seriously get that on camera?
We did.
Yes! You
What happens to Gimpy's represent? That's not represent. Dude.
Because you know that's why I didn't do anything. Normally I would go and pat him and comfort him and take him outside, but I just went, I think the camera's on.
Dude. We could have had... Come on.
Oh,
Fucking... How's that cat? Fucking Gimpy's represent. Come on.
Yeah. So
I remember that so distinctly. I was looking at that cat thinking, it's not well, man. It's not.
no.
And then when it turned toward me, I thought, oh, I'm fucking gone.
And you got out by like 2 seconds.
I was trying to hold the shot. And
Yeah.
I knew I had to be right where I was. I
Yeah.
was trying to hold it, and I thought, I'm not getting speared on by a cat. Fuck that. And I was just got out of there.
Yeah, that was close. It's very close. And Abigail asked what happened to Mistress M. She moved to Adelaide, got her qualifications at uni, got married, is a stepmom now. So lots of things changed. I still talk to her on Facebook and stuff. And yes, for a cripple, that was really quick movement on AZ's part. When necessity calls, AZ can move really fast.
Except not really much anymore because my feet don't actually work. My motor skills are bad. I tried to run across the road today because the lights changed and I nearly fell over and went, don't do that. I managed to burn over and slow right down. And I just thought my days of running across the road are done. It's wait for the lights for me now. This woman in a pensioner Porsche was abusing me on the way to the doctor yesterday.
Yeah.
Saying, I nearly ran into you with your headphones on, you couldn't hear me. And she's in this fucking motor scooter going down this thin fucking footpath like everyone's got to get out of her way. And it's like, you're driving a vehicle and you nearly hit someone with a stick. You are the one who is at fault here, not me. And I couldn't hear her because I didn't feel like taking off my headphones, and I was listening to a particularly good mix of 90s dance music. And I had no fucking reason to stop listening to Little Fluffy Clouds. And she's fucking blah, 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 blah. And I said, yes. Sometimes we all get beaten up by a stick. Happens to the best of us. You should carry a stick and hit people with it. And she's driving off. And then she swore at someone else. Then she ran down a Chinese chick.
Oh my God.
The mother of the Chinese chick fucking went her in Chinese, in Mandarin. I think it was Mandarin. I don't think it was Cantonese. And fucking went her. Anyway, Chinese chick gets up and goes, I think I'm fine. And she's going, Mom. And she's fucking gone for it. And people are hanging around. And then Scooter Chick says, are you going to let her talk to me like that? And one guy said, well, you did run her over. And it was like, no, you get no defense when you fucked up.
Yeah.
And so then the light changed and everyone got out of the way. She sped off. She put it on rabbit and went away. I think she became a car then and went up the road. Go around. Anywho, so that was a thing that happened. Fuck, that cat nearly vomited on me. I remember that.
Yeah.
So distinct. I don't know what the fuck was wrong with that cat. He was really unwell all the time.
It was fucked up. I had 3 legs and, had eaten something that didn't like. Obviously. Hey, okay, almost bedtime, but I did find one more, I want to say, because this is probably the most trouble I ever went to with quote-unquote special effects for one of our sitting at the table videos. And this is also from like 8 or 9 years ago.
Just before you go.
Yeah.
Do you remember the video where I actually stole a chocolate from you and you didn't notice?
Yes. No, because you love that so much.
I loved that so much.
Yeah.
I loved it so much. Try and find it one day. It's one of my favorite things in the world.
All right. So this is my foray into big budget special effects. This is
Weta production.
Yeah. Sound working?
It's going.
Good.
Wow, that was good. You didn't flinch at all. All right, relax now. You were so good. You deserve a reward.
Yeah.
I think grief counselling and cake.
Grief counselling? Yay! That's the nicest thing ever.
The cake will be nice too.
Cake will be nice. I like cake. Cake was good. Can I have icing on?
Iced cake it is.
Yeah. Oh, yellow?
Yellow for you is fine.
Okay. Can I have pink?
You are so good, I will change it to pink.
Oh, hang on. No, blue. Can it be blue?
You're right. Blue is better. It shall be blue.
Oh, and can I have sprinkles on?
You're so special. Sprinkles for you.
And can I have candles on as well?
No,
Oh,
it isn't your birthday.
no, it's not my birthday. Still though, sprinkles on blue. Come on, that's pretty good. And because I am so nice, I will share mine with you. Yeah.
Oh, that is nice. You are nice.
Yeah.
Let's share.
Let's share as.
Oh,
Yum.
ooh.
Is it good?
Mm.
Can I some? Oh, I can't get it.
The cake is a lie.
Oh.
So that's my ultimate special effects. That took
Beautifully done.
so fucking long to do.
It really did.
I mean, just the staging, because we had to go, okay, it's going to be overlays, so you're not allowed to move. You can't go into the shot. Like, you have to act natural but not move natural, because you're not allowed to move into the shot there.
We were Stanislavskiing the fuck out of it. Because I remember that we weren't talking to one another. We were just feeding each other the lines.
Yeah.
So I was on one side, like staying still, talking to you over there, but you were supposed to be here, like looking at the tennis ball on the green screen. And then you had to swap it over and then talk to me over there, but look in front of there. And it took us ages to get that right. We fucked it for the first 2 takes, because we never do 2 takes. We were like, 1 take and we're done.
Yeah.
That's it. You've got fucking that's your lot. And we did 2 or 3 to get it right, but then we got in the groove of it, and then it just took a long time to do.
Yeah. And the editing was many painful hours.
Mind blowing. I was so happy I wasn't involved in that.
Yeah. But yeah, just thinking of it and sort of blocking it and planning it and then shooting it was so much more effort than we usually put into those videos. And and then oh man.
But you know, the ridiculous irony is I have free software now that would make that a whole process fucking almost seamless and almost painless if we'd had a green box and put it there. We could have just fucking talked over everything and then moved
I
the
didn't
green
know, but
box.
my editing software didn't have very good green screen capabilities at that point.
No, I'm talking about now, today.
Oh, now, sorry, now.
Today, all you'd need is a green box, and we'd get it done in 2-3 hours.
Yeah, but you know, we did it.
Yeah, we did it, and we put the layers on the cake as we were going. Yeah.
Decorating that cake without moving it so it stayed stable in the shot. Oh my god, that was a pain in the ass.
Fuck, it was a pain in the ass. And we were thinking of marking tablecloth, and then we thought Mrs. AZ will be home soon, and we will die.
and then we'll be in trouble.
So we marked the underside of the plate on the other side of the cake, and we lined it up with a pattern on the tablecloth, and it worked really well. It worked really well. We knew exactly which way it was and where it was in the world, and I was amazed how well it worked.
Yeah.
Did you have to jiggle it at all in the editing?
Shieldsy said he could see the one cut I did, whereas like stand really still. I have to do this. Don't move. And there's the tiny twitch that we moved a couple of millimeters in the cut. It's not. It is not that difficult to spot.
Yeah.
Holy fucking shit! Did you actually want to see a video with your scary teeth?
Yes.
Okay, this is to send you children off to bed with pleasant dreams, because you might have forgotten what AZ's teeth looked like 5 years ago, when that semi-cancerous infection was eating away and killing them. And also the lighting in this is shocking, and it's making you, Christ, you look fucking terrible.
I was pretty bad at the time. I was pretty
Okay.
bad.
So fairly warned be ye, a rather nightmarish vision of AIDSy. I don't know what we're talking about, probably something terrible. So I'll just play about a minute of it so you get a look at it. So it's going to share the audio. And we're actually talking about one of the haters in this one. No.
Here we go.
Oh, come on, tell everyone.
No boyfriend.
Yeah. Seriously. Seriously? You ever seen him this happy?
Yeah, you have, but it was really it was personal problems involved, really.
Yeah. I probably should catch you up.
Please do. Did anything happen while I was away?
There was a thing.
Okay.
It's a guy, like, he uses the name, I don't know, fuckhole of ass hat or something.
Oh, I admit it.
Yeah, and look, okay, it's got a bit of a thing. And, the first time he did it, I actually thought it was kind of, oh, look, it's like old school YouTube beat. He took one of my videos and cut it up and said why he didn't like what I said. And when someone pointed out,
I'm going to jump to a bit where you're talking.
Thing. If you want cars and buzzing and blowing up, that's a man.
Those teeth do
you
not
wanna
look as
boycott
pretty as
that
the
because
teeth you
there's
have
a
now.
chip in it. Oh,
No, they do
about
not.
4 days after
And
I put
that
that up,
skin.
he done it again.
Yeah.
It's
And
about to have eruptions and fractures in it.
Yeah, it was. I mean, you're making me look really pasty in that because you have some very dark blemishes on your face at that point, and I am just pasty fucking white. And
Well, I had blood poisoning at the time.
yeah, from that the fucking teeth are poisoning you. Yeah.
And it was
So,
like,
but yes, seeing you wanted to see that, and I was just sort of flicking through the list, and I could just see from the thumbnail, like, oh no, that's when your teeth were bad, 5 years ago.
Jesus. Yeah. I'm very grateful that I am not that sick anymore.
Yes, definitely.
So technically, I am. But I don't feel internally sick. Well, that's a lie. But not as internally sick as in that way. Yeah.
Yes, it's different.
It's different. Obviously, I need more sleep because you can pack those bags and take them to fucking Europe.
Yeah.
And obviously, I need more iron and more other things. The doctor did a blood test to me the other day and found that I didn't have things in me that I should have had in me. And I had things in me that I shouldn't have had in me. So they're rectifying that now. Yeah, I am. I'm just really fucking grateful that that people stuck with us through all of that, and that we were able to push through some of the rougher times. You remember that time when I was having the seizures all the time?
Yes.
And I insisted that we try and do a video, and I was actually seizing on the video, and you got shit for fucking making me do the video. And I thought that was really unfair because I was the one who was trying to do the video, and I was like fucking about to go down, and you were going, "Oh, I'm going to grab him." Shit. It wasn't one of our prettier moments, but I'm just really grateful that people stuck with us, and I'm really grateful that we were able to keep going through all the shit that went down. And there was a lot of shit that went down too, and a lot of expensive shit that went down too. I don't have to tell you that.
Oh, yes.
And I'm grateful that we are still in a position where the better stuff is to come. I'm thinking if we get this sort of radio campfire horror story thing going, that one day we should probably do one live, like we did for the radio shows. You remember? We should probably do one live on a live stream, and get everyone with their scripts in a Brady Bunch style, doing their bit, and get a Foley artist in to do their bit too, because that would be fucking hella fun for people to tune into.
Okay, well, that brings us to bedtime, which is certainly something. And that's asking, have you run out of pain receptive aids? No, I think you can feel pain quite well, can't you? You just manage it. Yeah.
It's a different nerve system to your sensitive nerve system.
Yeah.
My sensitive nerve system is fucked. Motor skills are fucked, but my pain system is fucking A-okay. Thanks, assholes. Bloody pain nerves can go and get fucked.
Oh, no. Oh, dear. All right, we're going to leave you fine people for another evening.
Thanks, guys.
I've been trying to be
angry and give us a couple of likes because he's good.
I've been trying to be clever. I've been clarifying a cocktail here because normally I make like cocktails for my next week's videos on Friday night, and then I have to make them again on the weekend so I can get close-ups, sexy slow motion close-ups for the video. And I had this thought, but what if I do the close-up video first? And because often on the weekend I'm making it during the day and I don't want to drink the cocktails, and so for fun I clarify them and leave them in the fridge and have them at some point. But what if I do that first? What if I clarify the cocktail and then I make the one to camera and go, okay, now I'm going to taste it. But I also made one and the same thing and clarified it, and now I can taste them side by side. And I still have to shoot one video, which I'll probably do tomorrow night, a prohibition style cocktail, because it's the anniversary of the repeal of prohibition this weekend. So that's as good a theme as any.
Long may it rain.
This is the clarified one, and I'm going to make the other one tomorrow night and then taste them side by side. It's called a scofflaw, which is an hilarious name for an alcoholic cocktail invented during Prohibition. Call it a scofflaw.
Scofflaw.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
What do you think about the law? I scoff at it.
I'm scoffing. There's a law, but I'm scoffing. All right. So with the news of the scofflaw, so that's intending to be back tomorrow night and do that. So look after yourselves, one and all. I hope you enjoyed those blasts from the past. See you again later. Bye.